If you're not okay with me going, then I won't go. As simple as that. Just think it over, okay?
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoon Stella. So let's get into business, man. I want to talk about this video first. So this is going to kind of intertwine between Stella and Kelly kind of having a disagreement about, his career. And then we're also going to talk about the Cruz Severide stuff because there was a new development there. So we learned in this episode that Severide will be on active duty again. He will be out of town on one of the arson cases. So yeah, looks like Kelly won't be there. I don't know if this is probably gonna be like a regular thing for Kelly to be in and out of the show from now on. So we'll see if that's just something that's gonna happen. But it looks like they're kind of gearing that way. But Van Meter actually stopped by again, right? Van Meter stopped by and he wanted to know why Severide didn't have his name on the list, right? So he says he doesn't really pressure a lot of firefighters a lot, but he says that he knows Severide could really do some things, man, and be on the best crew in the country for the arsonist thing, and be someone that's going to be the head of one of the teams or whatever in the future. And he just doesn't like when good talent goes to waste, man. So I talked about that with Van Meter the first episode, week 1, and I know. See, the thing is, that Severide wants to do the job. Like, he was already like looking into something. I think with a fire in Arizona or something like that. And so that's when Stella came in, right? Stella came into his office. And boy, oh boy, did they not have a good conversation, man. And I don't think Stella felt like he brought it up that he wasn't trying to hide anything from Stella because he was working on this. But she did confront him about his career choice because she knows that he probably really wants to do this. But at the same time, she feels like, hey, you kind of leaving me in the dark on everything, And, I talked about this with y'all in the comment section that I'm really worried about the future of their marriage because if they can't see eye to eye on things, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So right now, everything that's going on with them, it seems problematic right now. You know what I mean? Don't it feel like problematic right now between those two? So I don't know, man, about the health of the relationship, man. Because they just, I don't know, man. They're like so in and out of things, bro. Like, it's really weird between those two. But she kind of snapped at him and stuff like that, and he was trying to reassure her. And it seems like they like this is the second time they had this conversation now. And I think it's like a communication thing, man. I talked about this before. I feel like it's a communication thing. They're lacking it so badly that it's leading to these like little mini fights between them, And I know, a lot of marriage couples, they have fights and it's regular, but it just feels like with them, it's very important because, I mean, look, if Kelly's going to be in support of this marriage, long distance relationships don't really work out like that. And Van Meter asked him, like, do you not want to do this because of your father? Because your father was so distant from you when you were growing up. And he said, no, it's just, he didn't even really tell him about the marriage, like he's doing it for the marriage purposes. But, she eventually came around to it. So we're going to talk about that, the kissing scene at the end. But she came around to it. But I that don't mean the problems ain't there. The problems are still there between those two. And it's probably going to get worse when he's gone again. But he's not going to be gone that long like he was last time, like a 3-month stint down in Alabama. He's going to be right back. But it's still problematic. And, the thing is, Severide didn't really complain when Stella did that Girls on Fire thing for a few months. Remember that? She went to the East Coast and did that little tour with that program. And, you know, like, I think Stella needs spacious, but we know she has trust issues as well from her past. And I think that's the problem. She has trust issues, man. She usually just go out and say, I don't trust you, Severide, you know. And he has to do a little bit more to instill trust within her to make sure she don't keep getting these doubts about certain things that's going to pull them away in their marriage. So they need to talk about it. And then as far as Cruz goes, Cruz, you know, felt a little better this week. You know, and Severide came to him again and told him, hey, there's no one else that I trust. I want you to lead the team again when I'm gone. You know, and you can tell that meant a lot to Cruz. But at the same time, with Cruz, he really does need to probably move on and become a lieutenant. He's been with Firehouse 51 for the longest, and he's done a lot of good work, and he's proved that he could be a good leader. So I think that's going to be an issue all season for him. It's going to be good. That's going to be a character development type thing. That's why I can't wait to see how like this storyline like really develops, man. Because I do think that's going to be something that they're going to have to continue to talk about. So give me your thoughts on this so far, though. Both issues. We're going to talk a little bit more about Stella and Severide a little later, the kissing scene. But give me your thoughts on this. I personally don't think Cruz should have took it because I don't think Kelly still respects him as far as like on that level. But he knows he does good work for him to be the one to give him that. But it's just something still there with Severide where, I don't know, he still thinks he's below him. So we're going to see. We're going to see. This is very interesting. Give me your thoughts about this in the comment section. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. After news to like.